they are still engaging in the theater. If you recall, John Thune, when the Save America Act first started getting its prominence in the media, when pretty much all media, including Fox News, was talking about it, he talked about the votes not being there. He also went on Bret Baier's show and said, in modern times, the filibuster hasn't been used to pass legislation. He hearkened back to the 19th century. He was lying, 100% lying. The filibuster was used in 1964 to pass the Civil Rights Act. It had overwhelmingly passed the House. It came to the Senate. Then Senate Majority Leader, who was a Democrat, bypassed the Judiciary Committee because it was very divisive on that committee and it probably wouldn't have gotten out, and brought it directly to the floor. And then the filibuster ensued, the debate, and the debate ran for 60 days. To end debate, you need cloture. At that time, it was 67 votes, 2/3 of the majority of the Senate. In 1975, in March, it changed to three-fifths, which was 60 votes. That's the only thing that's changed. The filibuster can still be used. They just don't engage in it. Why? Because they're lazy, because they don't want to. John Thune does not want the SAVE Act to pass. He does not. His donors don't want it. His political action committees don't want it. The only ones that want it are the constituents, and he's ignoring them. Now you have to ask, why is he ignoring them? Well, let me tell you a little secret, behind the scenes secret, of how it works with these senators and the congressmen. Once they get into office, they become insulated. They have their staffs surround them. Their staffs are the ones that are pushing these ideas of saying what they're hearing out in the public. They even send their staff out to go conduct meetings or attend events on their behalf, saying that, well, the senator or the congressman is just a little too busy to attend right now, but I'll convey your thoughts to him. They don't. So on this SAVE Act, I tried to contact my senator, Roger Wicker. And when I spoke with a member of his staff, he kept interrupting me as I was asking about trying to get the SAVE Act passed. He just kept telling me that Roger Wicker was a co-sponsor. Well, being a co-sponsor and being willing to do what it takes to get it passed are two different things. Roger Wicker's not interested in that. So what does Roger Wicker do? He doesn't attend events where citizens can come up and ask questions and engage in conversation. Neither does Cindy Hyde-Smith. When she does speak, on the rare occasion here in Mississippi, it's either at an orchestrated event or she doesn't take questions. I was just at one, and that's exactly what happened. So John Thune wants to try to put this idea in your mind that this all has to do with the Democrats not wanting to pass it. That's a lie as well. John Thune, I will say it purposely, as a retired FBI supervisory special agent with over 25 years experience in interviewing people and picking up on and detecting deception, it's easy to tell you're lying. Why do I know this? Because you put out lies and you hope that you won't be called on it. And frankly, those in the media won't call them on it, won't challenge them on it. And citizens, what are you going to do? Are you actually going to challenge them on it? Well, you can. You have a First Amendment right to petition and seek redress of grievances. You should be able to approach any of your elected representatives without having to go through the filter of a staff. So John Thune likely understands two things: that his staff will protect him, and the second thing is he likely will be reelected overwhelmingly in the state of South Dakota because he has the protection of his staff and the protection of the state parties. So what can you do? You can contact the donors that put forth the money and let them know that you are dissatisfied with the actions and inactions of this Congress and the Senate. You can contact their offices and tell them. You can contact your state parties and get them on the record as to whether or not they support it. But they keep floating this idea of reconciliation. I highly encourage you to go out there and view Data Republicans' post on this. On around March 8th or March 9th, Senator Kennedy, and I got to tell you, he's humorous and he could be a comedian, but I don't put a lot of stock in what he says. He started floating this idea of reconciliation, that we'll never get it passed through, normal means of a filibuster. Again, 1964, Then Democrat Senate Majority Leader forced the senators to speak continuously for 60 days. They tapped out and it was passed 71-29. And President Johnson signed it into law. Same thing can happen here. Nothing can stop it. So Senator Kennedy started floating this idea of reconciliation. Well, there's a problem there. It has to be something associated with the budget. Well, who gets to make the determination if it was associated with the budget? Is it one of your elected representatives? Absolutely not. You know who it is? It is the parliamentarian, an unelected position, an individual, a female, that was put into place back in 2012 by then Senate Majority Leader, Democrat Harry Reid. It's not going to happen through reconciliation. So they're getting ready to take a vacation. Are you, the citizen, willing to go, find out where they're going to be, show up, be informed, be civil, but ask questions and challenge your representatives? It's high time that they answer these questions, but they won't answer the questions unless they're asked. You know that the media is not going to do it. Brett Baer didn't confront John Thune when he absolutely lied and said in modern history the filibuster hasn't been used to pass legislation. So you've got to pick up on who's not asking the questions. You have to take ownership of it and do it yourself. This has been a blunt force conservative quick alert. Godspeed.